You might want to hide that. You really have terrible timing, Yuki. We were kind of talking serious here. Will you stop making the dog jump in the pool? Greetings and salutations, viewers. I'm StarPrincessHLC, coming back at you with another review of School Alive, this strange moe zombie apocalypse combined anime that you can see on Crunchyroll in the description below. We are now tackling episode 9. I accidentally said episode 9 last time, but it was actually episode 8. I thought I put that in the title instead just to make sure, but this is the actual episode 9 of this. We're getting pretty close to the end. There's 12 altogether, and well, I guess we'll just start with talking about this baby. Like I said in previous things, this is all just an opinion. There will be a lot of spoilers, so if you're more interested in seeing it yourself, link in the description below for the Crunchyroll thing. With that, though, let us begin. Oh yeah, that's right. We're in big trouble, aren't we? This particular episode, not a lot really happens, like, at all, honestly. This is definitely one of the slower paced episodes of the series where, you know, it's kind of weird, right? Like, right after a huge bombshell happened in the last episode where we found out that the school was preparing for a biological disaster to happen, aka the zombie apocalypse, and they were stockpiling and getting themselves all prepared for when things go wrong. And then all of a sudden, we're just kind of switching gears. It's like, pool party! Well, if they hurt themselves on the concrete, that's their problem. And I'm not even kidding on that. Like, this entire episode was basically dedicated to the girls just goofing around, having a pool party. They used the swimsuits they had in the mall that they picked up before rescuing Miki. And essentially, it was the main excuse was that Yuki decided, well, I threw the dog in the algae-filled tank that's up on top of the roof that we use for, like, biology and such. It's kind of messy. How about we clean it up and use it as an excuse to have a pool party? And everyone's like, well, okay, why not? We go along with every other delusional kind of ideas that Yuki goes through. Why not? Look at the puppy! Ignore the fact that I'm an idiot! Look at the puppy! That's not to say that this episode was bad anyway. It was still very entertaining having the girls play around in the pool and the squirt gun things. And there was a few sweet little moments that I'll get to momentarily. But for the most part, it was like they cleaned the pool. They took all the fishes out because it was, you know, for biology stuff, so they had fishes and all kinds of little creatures in there, so they took them out and cleaned the pool, and then they refilled it, and it's like, oh, let's play, let's have a little bit of fun. And they were getting each other with squirt guns and volleyball, and it was really kind of cutesy and adorable, kind of more like the moe stuff you probably would expect from something like this, without the obvious, you know, threat of death and destruction looming over their heads every day, but I digress. Are you serious? How is it the zombies haven't killed you yet? But quite towards the end of the episode, there was a sweet little thing where Miki finally was able to connect with Torumaru after 9 freaking episodes of this whole, you know, I don't want to get near you because you told me to shut up because your friend left kind of behavior. But now he's finally warmed up to her to the point where he's like letting her carry him around and everything. But essentially it was like Risan had Kei's CD player, was trying to play with it, saying like, oh, maybe we can get a signal from up on the roof, but we can't. Torumaru was smelling it and remembered the time that the three of them were locked up in the mall, and actually was finally allowing Miki to pet him and then even play frisbee with him. So it's like, yay, progress, everybody's friends now. It only took forever, but it's good to see that Torumaru is finally warming up to Miki after all this time. Hey, there we go, you got to touch him. It only took you 9 episodes, but it's better than nothing. That's okay. Oh, well, it was nice while it lasted. But eventually, things take a little bit of a stranger turn. Not terribly, though, because this really was more of just a very simple, cutesy episode. Like, the big real ending of it was Yuki was giving Miki advice about a friend who doesn't want to come to school, aka she's talking about the fact that she can't find Kay. Although really, you're not going to find her by staying in the school, I'm just saying. But essentially, Yuki's advice was have more fun at the school, and then she'll want to come to school more. That makes no sense. Thanks for the advice, Yuki. You are absolutely adorable. Don't encourage her. Don't encourage her. Why are you encouraging this? Oh, if we have more fun, your friend will come back. That makes no sense. But this particular episode definitely was more on the cutesy and adorable side. It had a few little elements of the previous one where they were briefly talking about, the fact that they found the book, and it's like, well, did Megune keep this from us? Or what's going on there? But it would quickly be taken over by pool party! That's basically the whole plot of this particular episode. It was, something serious is going to happen. I don't know what's going on. Pool party! Oh, something serious. Pool party! That's basically the whole point of this episode. I guess a little bit of a breather, considering we're coming up on the last few episodes of the series, and from what the ending kind of hinted at, it may not be, well, let's just say it's gonna get dark really quickly. I like how the dog's just sitting on the couch like, yeah, these are my owners now. I maybe would have been better off with the zombified lady. Alright, to quickly explain that particular thing, it's like, we ended on a really rather dark cliffhanger. I mean, for one, we also saw, as they were talking and goofing around, at one point we see the perimeter or whatever, the surroundings of the school, and zombies are closing in really heavy like, so it's like, uh-oh, an invasion is probably imminent at this point. So yeah, something tells me, something's gonna hit the fan really hard very soon, especially at the very end. Wow. We are kind of getting close to an invasion, aren't we? That's a lot of zombies, just saying. This seems bad. But yeah, at the very end of the episode, we get somewhat of a very dark cliffhanger because Toromaru broke out of his leash at some point during the night when everyone was asleep, and he goes running downstairs, hearing what appeared to be another dog, strangely enough. I could have sworn I heard like another dog barking downstairs, and Toromaru went down to go check, and there was some kind of shadowy figure standing in the doorway, well, not really doorway, down the hallway, and it looked like the silhouette of a zombified Megune. So yeah, this is probably a hint that this was a quick little respite before all the problems that are probably going to happen in the next 3 episodes. So yeah. What are you doing down here, boy? This doesn't seem like a good place to be. I mean, for one, there's a zombie? Is that who I think it is? But overall, it wasn't a bad episode. Like, it was definitely a little bit distracting. But it's also kind of nice, especially if, like, what it's hinting at, that things are really going to start heating up and things are really going to start getting dramatic and probably even tragic coming up on the next few episodes. I could see why they decided to do like this cutesy little episode to try and, ease you into the situation before everything goes to utter hell in a handbasket. So I'll definitely have to keep an eye out for the last 3 episodes of this series. I've been enjoying it thus far, but I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the last 3 episodes. I'm sure it's going to be interesting. Stick around. But for now, this is StarPrincessHLC saying thank you very much for watching, and have a fond farewell. And let me know in the comments below what you would like to see me review next. Bye bye!